At the World Economic Forum in Davos, technology companies have a huge presence this year. I was at one of these off-the-record panels where they discuss how they're going to change the world, and as an icebreaker they gave cards with emoticons as a way of reacting to what other people were saying, and I obviously went and stole these cards and I'm going to use them to explain how tech companies are being greeted here. So first up, smiley face. That's the tech companies themselves. They have a huge presence up and down this cordon of promenade. They're companies like Facebook, Palantir, Infosys, Salesforce.com. They all have sponsored buildings, big parties, big presence. People like Satya Nadella from Microsoft, Sheryl Sandberg from Facebook, they get to be on the most prominent panels on the opening day. Everybody wants to hear what they've got to say and what insights they might have. The cool sunglasses man, this is about the idea du jour at Davos, which is all companies are tech companies now. This is the idea that because of digital disruption and the online world and people increasingly moving online, every company in every industry is affected by this, so they're going to have to do things like tech companies. They're going to have to hire computer engineers, and they're going to have to think like startups and move and change rapidly. This neutral face is my reaction to that idea. Essentially, startups are nimble, they're focused, they usually have one small idea and very few employees, and they can move. Big companies, particularly the types of companies that are at Davos, have entrenched interests and an entrenched business model, hundreds if not thousands of employees. It's very hard to get change at that level, at least at the level that the delegates here are talking about. So what does that mean for them? Well, I think that means they're in for a shock, because what a lot of these companies are talking about is partnering with startups and entrepreneurs, and what I think that really means is buying startups and entrepreneurs. But really great entrepreneurs will want to stay independent for as long as possible, and they will end up disrupting their industries. This raised eyebrows chap, this is a worried face, and this is the debate about artificial intelligence, automation, and the kinds of effects it's going to have throughout industry. Millions of jobs lost or displaced. And it's remarkable quite how much debate has gone into this. Almost every panel, regardless of the subject, has had a little section on this. There's real worry and real concern about what this means. There are people who think optimistically that human beings will find new roles using their emotional intelligence and creativity, but not everybody is sure. Finally, we have sad face. I'm going to reserve this one for the banks. Years ago, they were the titans of industry. They were the leaders here that everybody wanted to talk to. They were number one. I think they're probably number two. That must make them sad. I was at a fintech panel earlier this week, and one of the big institutions, somebody from one of these big institutions said that banks will still be around in 10 years' time, but they're going to be a lot less profitable than they once were. And if that's true, their shareholders are going to be very angry face.